Hey everybody, I'm No Limb Jim, and I'm in Dublin, Ohio, at the Ossur Academy. We're getting the Touch Bionics hand here, and remember I have to put the hand sanitizer on first. I think because it helps with lubrication. Is that right? And not getting the inside of the socket all stinky. So this is the hand that I'm getting. Well, it's a mock-up of the hand. I guess they're going to make the real one tomorrow. But this is so that I can train and learn how to use it, how to put it on, how to turn it on, how to do the different gestures, things like that. So, got it on, open it up. So it opens and closes like that. All the fingers move at once. I'll kind of show you what I'm doing. To open it, I'm moving my pinky away from my ring finger. And to close it, I'm doing a kind of those two fingers there. So open it, I'm doing that. Close it, I'm doing that. Open, and I'm not doing it with this hand, I'm doing it inside. But let's see some of the things that you can do with this. Maybe, Hope, can you kind of push the button so that there's a little joystick button here.
No, because I can't see it.
See if it will actually show what I can do with it. I will put my taco bag down so we can see the thing. So, like if I wanted to pick up a cup, here's a cup. I had to kind of squeeze my fingers to bring it together, and then I can drink, or I can get the ice cubes out and throw them at somebody, or I can play Yahtzee, like that. And if I want to let go of it, again, I just do that. The fingers open up, and there you go. So I'll have Hope hand me a bottle of water. I'm kind of thirsty here real quick.
I'll go get a table.
That'll work. Hope's going to give me a table. And Kevin, what is your job function here? You are the
occupational therapist.
All right, so Kevin's my OT that's here. He's off camera, but he's kind of teaching me how to use this. So I'm able to pick up a bottle of water. I can open it and drink. I'm even able to open it by myself, which is really hard to do in some bottles of water. So what are some of the other things we might be doing? Have we got tools in here, or where's the tools? Tools. So with our company, Shack in a Box, one of the things I have to do is without, I'll take the hand off for a second. Without the hand, if I'm building something, I would hold a screwdriver like this, and then hold another screwdriver with a ratchet on the other side of the panel to be able to screw the screws in. This is very hard to hold. I have to do a lot of squeezing here. So with the new hand, I get to do this. My hands are gonna be so sanitized. I'll probably get allergies because these actually lead to kids having allergies because they don't have their immune systems challenged because there's no germs. So we put it on, zip it up, cinch it down. There we go. So you push the button to start it. Now I can open it and I can close it. So if I wanted to grab a screwdriver, I'm going to see if I can pick the screwdriver up. Oops, one second. Working on the learning how to finesse it. So now they're locked in. I can use the other screwdriver and do this. This one is in here. You can tell I can't pull it out. So I can use the other one on the other side of the panel, screw in my stuff, so that's kind of cool. I'll let go of it. What were some of the other cool things that I did?
Stripping the wire, I think.
Oh yeah, let's work on stripping the wire. So one of the other things I have to do is strip wires. See if I can do this. These are really, these Sterilite ones are really hard to get open. So, we have some cables that we would be using in our Shack in a Box business. And we've got some Anderson power pole connectors that we would be using. Those are kind of important to be able to do. Another one I'll try are these ring terminals. We do a lot of these. So one of the things that we figured out that I could do is I can open the hand, kind of hold stuff. Actually, we did it this way, I think. Close the hand up, and I can use my thumb like this. I can cut off the old connector because I did this one earlier today, and these are all old wires and old connectors to practice with. I keep my trusty trauma shears to be able to split the wires in half. Now, at home, I have a pair of needle nose pliers that help me do this, and I don't have them here. We may be able to do it with these that they have. You can see here, thank you. So that got them stripped apart. I'm going to actually cut them a little bit differently here. This is, keep in mind, this is the first day I've ever done this. And I'm noticing I've got my black and red turned around backwards from where we would normally use them. So I'm
You
going
guys
to
should put them on the other direction.
open the hand. Oops. Open the hand. Put stuff in there. Is that how we did it?
No,
it's
no,
not.
I'm the same.
It's not. We did it this way.
Between the second and third. Yes.
Now I can use my thumb
Yeah, nice.
to hold things. Use my wire strippers.
Maybe you could explain to the people what blue and the red behind you are.
The graph signals.
I can't see what the blue and the red are, but the blue one I think is the closing impulse that I'm giving from my muscle, and the red is the open. And I didn't think to have these open to begin with, so I'm going to ask for some. Actually, I'm going to see if I can do this with the fingers where they are. And I'm just learning this as we go here. So for all of you people at Advent Health who said I would never get out of bed, you underestimated me. Try this way. Opening Ziploc bags is tough. Without fingers. Pick it up, put it together. And I'll have to turn it so it's pointing in the right direction because we have to pay attention to where the little curve on that goes. Get it in there. We'll get it. We'll figure it out. I'm kind of losing my grip on it. Don't know if you can hear that boop, 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 boop. it's kind of a haptic feedback telling me that it's closed all the way as tight as it can go. And then I squeeze it. And now you can watch on the screen that went away. The screen just went away up there.
It's fine.
So right now you can see the blue is there. I'm gonna let go of the blue. And when I want to open it, the red shows up. And now we've got it open. And you know, it's not as easy as doing it with fingers, but it works. I just made a power pole connection with a robot hand. It's pretty cool. It's kind of different in that, all right, so that's where I just held it open for 2 seconds.
Yes, you might have wanted to do that anyway. It might have
Yeah.
worked out for you.
So there are some presets that if you do certain muscle motions for either in succession or for more than a couple seconds, the hand will go into a preset position. And the one that I did was that I held the red for more than 2 seconds, which made the hand go to where just the index finger was going to close on me. All right, so now I'm going to try to do the red one. See there, what I'm doing is I'm holding it between my thumb and the first finger. So when you buy a shack in a box, it's either me or my family doing it, building it for you. But if I'm building it, you're getting it built by a guy who will now be using a robotic hand. And that'd be kind of cool to know that a cyborg built your shack in a box. I want to go to Disney to the Star Wars land and go, I am not the droid you're looking for, to some of the stormtroopers and see what they say. And it goes down into the crimper. Can't wait to see the people in the ham radio community who are like, you shouldn't crimp stuff, it's not as good as soldering. And I'm sure we'll get those, won't we? But with the power pole, it's supposed to be crimped and not soldered. And they're a little bit off. They're supposed to be in line with each other, but
We can
close
work on
enough
that.
that they can work. We have power pole holders. The actual, where are they, in here?
Yeah. Over on your left.
You're gonna let Hope open that bag for me
Why? You're getting practice doing it.
because I don't want to do it on camera.
Okay. You can always cut it out.
All right, so we're gonna get Hope just to hand me some spare power pole housings here. And I'll show you a little tool that I 3D printed. I call this the block. And it's so I can put the power poles, the holders, into the block, and then it will hold them vertical and it'll hold them still, so that I can then put the power poles down into.
Do you still have your screwdriver?
I don't know where the screwdriver went.
It's okay.
This?
The red one's in.
Yes, that one. So it's kind of hard. You're not seeing what I'm doing here because the video isn't. It doesn't go all the way down anymore. Maybe if we go back out, pull the camera back a little bit up. Still
Can
not
you see
getting
it?
it. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. Okay. So trying to do it on this shoebox is not easy, but. There's too much give in the shoebox.
You could put it on the table.
Won't be able to see it.
You will if I move the camera.
Okay. Can you see it? Yeah, there we go. So, That red one's a little bit turned to kilter here, but we can fix that. And it'll get better as time goes on, I'm sure.
I'm having trouble finding it. So
Mm-hmm.
they might do.
Okay. That one clicked in, and that one clicked in. Pull it out. Now we have a power pole connector. So anyway, that's how we do it. Gonna go back to learning how to use the hand here, and doing more things. Like, what else can we learn how to do? What are we working on? What do we want to hold?
I mean, it's your world. I'm just living in it. You already passed all the lanes I had for you.
Picked up
this part.
Picked up an actual block. Put it down.
If you cleaned up your mess, maybe we could have you throw hoops.
Pick up my block, which is a better block.
Do you want to try a
And that
Ziploc
block.
again? Like a bigger Ziploc?
Yeah, we can try the Ziploc. So with the Ziploc, I close the fingers, and then this one's got a bigger tab on it, so I can get my thumb on there and hold it and pull it up, and that's a big deal. I've not been able to open Ziploc bags for years.
No, now you gotta reclose it.
Now I gotta reclose it.
Yeah, he has not been able to Ziploc since all this.
This one's a little bit tougher than opening it.
Try reversing that.
Try reversing it?
The stable hand is your left, and then you're sliding your right down the margin of it.
Mhm.
So if you
Hold it
yeah
with that
yeah
hand.
if you
Hold it with that
kind
hand
of hold it
zip
here and then slide your right hand down an edge.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
squishier. It's easier to get it to close when your hand's squishy.
maybe.
Yeah, the silicone sleeves, they're your best friend most of the time. Sometimes they won't slide on something, they'll just stay put.
Mhm.
Did I get it?
You have to reopen it to check.
Yeah, I did. Cool. So, did that.
Get you a couple snack bags. You already proved you can do that.
Yeah, we were-
For
yesterday we
camera
were-
purposes.
We were eating some snacks. Maybe we should get some snacks. What do you want? Poofy Cheetos? I know.
Mm.
Yeah, we can get you that.
I want the crunchy Cheetos.
All right, see what
No,
I got.
the poopy ones are better. Plus, they're easier to break. The other ones are smaller, more precise.
So this is how it all works. Learning how to do it. It's really not intuitive when you're not thinking and you want to open your hand. I may try to open a hand and I make the movements like this, and then the finger kind of goes, it doesn't know how to read the impulses on the muscles. So like these two here are the ones that pick up the closing signal, and this one over here is the one that picks up the opening signal. So I'm learning how to use different muscles.
Regular or flaming hot? Don't
Oh, let's do
prove it, but
regular.
Regular, okay.
Let's do regular. Right, so Cheetos. So how did I do this yesterday? We're gonna figure it out. And then we closed it. I'm not gonna open. Oops. My hand wants the Cheetos. Yeah, I'm still learning. Like I'm trying to use my thumb to hold something and it's wanting to make the hand close. See if I can pick one out of there. Oh no. Oops. Still working on it.
These are not easy tasks you're attempting here.
No. Right.
Anything for Cheetos.
Yeah, true.
Oh, that and their tail.
False advertising.
Yeah.
Well, go get to the bottom. Maybe they're better down there. You always know they're cheesy at the bottom.
The hardest part is I can't see in the back. There we go.
And you can't feel them.
Good job.
Yeah, and I can't feel them. But I've not eaten Cheetos like this in over 2 years. I've had to always just dump the bag in my mouth.
And if you reverse what hand's doing what, probably be just as effective, if not more. So the fact that you're trying to reach into a confined space with the prosthesis is not easy. It's good practice. So already doing it well on day 2 goes very well for your chances. Just high level functioning.
Oh, let go.
I
Let
think
go.
it's really neat how here, all your people that are getting these prosthetics are going through everything the same day, same time.
Yeah, it's cool. Having multiple
That-
folks here too,
yeah.
it's neat.
And
Absolutely.
we all get to know each other and
Yeah.
they can relate.
Absolutely.
The bag's getting.
No, that's a great point. And there's no real substitute for that, I
There
think,
isn't.
yeah.
The fact
Yeah, we
that
got another
those
lady.
two can connect.
Yeah.
There's a lady over in the other room who is from Atlanta, and she was born without a left hand, or with I forget what it's called, the small fingers.
Congenital hand.
It's congenital hand deformity, but there's like something dactyly. I don't remember what
Right,
it's called.
Right. Is it polydactyly?
Polydactyly would be you got too many
Oh, I see.
fingers.
Never mind.
Well, these dactyls don't want to pick up these.
Hers is
Well
different in that
played.
it goes up her silicone goes up the arm.
Yeah, for the electric.
Yours is just your hand.
All right, so
Well done.
let's
Hey,
put them on.
that's not like a plate for you to be using.
Yes, it is, right?
It's all good.
It's for Play-Doh.
We do dishes here too. Play-Doh's non-toxic.
I mean, see if they'll pick
Yeah.
up. See if they'll pick up off the plate. That's another thing I got to learn how to do.
That is
Here.
one of the hardest things too. Not only reaching into like a bag, but trying to grab something off a flat surface. Something small like that. Not easy. So if you can do it,
Get it there quick.
kudos or Cheetos to you, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You gonna pick up your mess?
So you cut up Play-Doh with
Yep.
a knife.
Yeah, did that for sure.
Oh, the other thing we can do.
Yeah, with the plate.
Hold my plate. Pick up my mess.
Yeah, so maintaining the closed position of the digits while you're holding the plate still maintains your hold. So I don't care if there's a closed signal going on. It means you just keeping hold of that plate.
It's the finesse of getting it where you're not going to crush your thumb and a Cheeto together and make dust that I'm still trying to work out. Crunch, crunch. All right. Now we have Cheeto on here. What do we do to clean them?
Really, anything except baby wipes. Reason being, yeah, you can. Their finger looking good sometimes too.
But these
So
ones-
you can lick it even with the. With
I mean,
the,
it's silicone. It's not. You probably want to clean it after.
It's food grade silicone.
For cleaning.
No, I was thinking because it's got that touch tip.
Oh, that. I mean, I wouldn't worry too much about that.
Okay.
It's a good question.
Now you're touching stuff you just licked at. It's not even dry.
No worries.
Hope worries about germs.
We use cleaning wipes on everything, not just the prosthesis.
Remember when I was in occupational therapy and they would take Lysol wipes and wipe everything, and sometimes they even wiped the little boy that was there, Kingston.
What about you?
So as you can see, I'm holding with my thumb. I'm preventing that index finger from going down, but the other ones kept going. So I'll kind of hold that now. So come here. What else? I can pick that up off the ground. Yeah. So I really think that this is just going to be a matter of, now that I know how to do it, it's going to be go home, work with it. Oh, that worked. Oh, cool, I can do that. What if I tried that? It's going to really be learning how to finesse it. So
Yeah, you've already proven with a lot of tasks, you have different grasp patterns you could use, because you're quite flexible, your thumb's real mobile, your wrist is as well, and your signal control is so good. But yeah, it's just a lot of trial and error, safety first with whatever you're doing, but I really like your chances to, accomplish quite a lot, because you already have, so stay tuned.
you can see I'm not doing anything to hold that right now. And even as
Because the lines are showing up.
the lines aren't showing me doing anything, and I'm trying to get that out, and it didn't want to let go.
You did there, you got lines there.
Yeah, here's a
Well, probably because I'm fighting back against it. So if I want to make sure I hold it, I just keep that.
You could, yeah. I mean, I also think you've proven you can keep your signals perfectly relaxed while putting tension through the hand with an object, so that's great.
So you should talk about, well, or maybe another time, but talk about how you have to do things differently to get your fingers to move. Not
Yeah,
like
we
the
showed,
normal
like-
body.
Like I showed it earlier, if I want to open the hand, I have to do this with my left hand. So I do that. Now if I want to close the hand,
Instead of doing.
I have to close the second and third finger together. So I'm doing that. Now to open it, I'm doing that. So kind of, I'm gonna get used to doing the Vulcan salute kind of backwards. But, and then I wanna close it. There's several ways I can do it. I can just do the first finger or the second digit, and it kind of goes slowly. Or I can do the third finger, and it goes a little faster, or I can cross them over, and it goes the same kind of fast. So it's picking up from the interosseous space in there, it's picking up the signals that are coming from my muscles, or from the nerves that are going through the muscles. And I guess, there's less, when I'm just doing the first finger or the second digit, it's less of a signal. As you can see that blue line, and we'll do it here. That's just with my first finger. Now if I do my second finger or my middle finger, that line goes much higher, as you can see. And then I'll open it up. The red one is the open signal. So this is the middle finger, and you can see it's kind of high. And then with just the first finger, it's lower, but it makes it close slower, more slowly, so I can kind of finesse it and get that 1-2 grasp there.
And you really figured that out on your own, just 'cause
Yeah,
you're working
just
so hard.
just playing with it. I figure, I was like, I wonder. My mind always works that what if I did this? And if you tell me I can't do something and it's not illegal, I'm going to go do it and see what will happen, because why can't I do it? Which is really the reason that I'm up driving and doing things, because they said, oh, you'll never, they told me in the hospital, we're not going to teach you how to transfer into a car, that's too dangerous. Well, now I'm climbing into a car and I'm driving all the way to Ohio. Yeah, is it dangerous? It is, but life is dangerous. So I would like to say to people who are looking at this and wondering, here's this guy who's got a cool bionic hand, it's like $100 grand. vocational rehab is paying for it. We are paying for it with our tax dollars, all of us. But we paid into the tax system for a long time. You may be facing like I was, your fingers are dead. They were black like that, but they didn't move. They were all, my hand looked like that, essentially, black, and the fingers were dead. And they were gonna cut them off. And then for a year or 2 years, almost, I've been picking things up just like that. Never knew I'd be able to do this. But I got to the point that I could use screwdrivers and tools and do all the building that we do every day without these hands. So just because you don't have something doesn't mean you can't figure out a way to do what you need to do, as long as you have the mindset of, I'm gonna figure out how to do it. I'm thankful I got these. I'll be able to use them. I'll be able to be more efficient. But it wasn't the end of the world that I didn't have them. And I think a lot of people, when they become an amputee or they're facing it, they think, oh, my life is gonna end. I've gone over 2 years with no legs, and I'm walking all over the place on my knees. And in fact, the guy from Ossur who came, who has a missing leg, he's like, I've never even thought of somebody walking on their knees. It's just something we had to do to make life continue. So as you can see, I'm going all over here, holding my hand out all over the place, and those lines are staying flat. So that means we're not giving any input to those muscles. So I've trained myself how to do that. It has been very tiring. Yesterday I was exhausted. After lunch I was exhausted. When your brain is learning how to do something in a different way, you're so used to doing this motion to grab, where now if you want to grab, you're doing scissors. Your brain has to rethink everything. So, anything else we should try? What do you got? You got
Okay, so you tried to throw earlier. You have to be able to move your hands and catch things. Is that like safe to practice?
Yeah, I mean, it's, as long as you're not catching it right on the digit tip every single time, it should be fine.
Okay.
positive?
They're not gonna clean anything up first. I don't wanna break things. If you break things, you have an excuse. If I break things, there's no excuse. Sorry.
You didn't see that. You didn't see that.
It's just extending fast. It's tricky though.
It doesn't want to extend at the same.
Well, you can
Yeah.
open up your hand instead of squeezing it. Open up your hand and then catapult.
Yeah. If you don't close it too much, you have the clearance to kind of throw it. Nice.
Here, okay. See if we can
You want to go that way?
try.
Okay.
Nope.
You were already
The fingers
close.
fall off.
Hold the fork again, because that was something that
Oh, yeah,
You
the
may
fork.
have a better
Quite a bit
method
of-
now.
work.
So we figured out that the fork, if I hold the finger, it kind of locks out a little bit. And I could do this, then I could tighten it up. That way I can do what I need to do.
Here, you want to cut
But
some
then you
Cheetos?
have the fork around to eat, or
Yeah, he was holding it that way as well.
For eating?
Mm-hmm. But no, not for eating. For he had a method to hold it for eating. Yeah. Right.
I think I was doing this
over time.
to eat with, so.
I was watching her next door. She was learning how to do it. She realized she couldn't get it to her mouth. She could cut, but she couldn't get it to her mouth, and she had to change the position. She was
Feel like-
working on what would work for her.
This would be a Seinfeld episode, eating Cheetos with a fork.
Fancy.
Remember the one where they were all cutting the candy bars? So different ways of doing stuff. If you hold it, it locks it out.
So you can express yourself.
Oh, yeah, I'm not gonna do that. But that way I can cut stuff. That's not going anywhere. I'm actually holding it. I'm giving some tension to keep it held tight, but that way I can take a knife, cut a piece of steak, eat like that. So it's kind of cool. Zippers. Have I done zippers? I don't think I have. I would think a zipper would probably be well done like that.
Nice job.
So
How about throw your backpack ones? Those are harder.
yep, try the backpack one. You guys can be talking about, oh, I had this happen to me, I had that happen to me, it was horrible, and then I can go to you, but did you die? I died several times.
Oh, your Pat.
And as you can see, my friend Matt, but did you die? So yeah, this will work. Wonder, just this way?
That's tricky. Cross your body fully.
Yeah, this way it works, but then I could transfer
Yeah.
and do
smooth.
this.
Very smooth.
And that's really second nature now. That's not even thinking about it. So I keep a toolbox in here. I get the toolbox out. There we go. And I know it's a toolbox because it says this is not a drill.
Drop the mic.
Drop the mic. Yeah, and I came up with that.
Velcro patches are the thing of beauty.
Ooh, flashlight. Can I hold a flashlight with it?
Is that Surefire?
This is PowerTech.
See if you can turn it on and click the button while it's in your hand. Like if you were to hold it up like this, can you still?
Looks like it's not coming on and off.
I think
like
the
maybe
battery's dead.
The
No,
hand
flip
is-
it the other way and see if you can hold it like this with a light.
What kind of
but you
batteries? Change them out. Double
No,
I think
they're
they're rechargeable.
this one is not rechargeable.
Oh, okay.
So this is something that's a problem here.
Okay.
So there's not enough girth on this flashlight for it to actually stay in my hand.
But they do make thicker ones.
They do. And
Or you could always put like rounded tape on there. Make it a little bit
possibly
bigger.
put some tape on it. I'm able to get this unscrewed. And it uses this weird battery. Like that.
Oh.
Weird looking little battery. There's two of them in there. This one hasn't got the rechargeable one in it.
Okay.
So it probably got left on, that probably got turned on in my book bag and ran the battery down somehow. Well, we get things screwed together. The more I'm using this, the more I'm not thinking about what I'm doing, which is cool.
Yeah, I mean,
It's
second nature.
language. I think it's second language, yeah.
Adaptable. Very much.
I'm gonna zip it up. Not really using the fingers, I'm using my thumb against the side of the hand, but still, it's a tool and it works. And I'll just say, if you don't support Israel, you can go ahead and unfriend the channel. You don't need to watch. There we go. What else can we talk about? Too bad it's not live. We could have people ask questions. Maybe we can do a live stream tomorrow.
Is the internet good enough?
Yep.
Tomorrow
Got
is
pieces.
the build day.
Yeah, tomorrow's the build
Yeah, but we
day.
could
Kind of
sit
your
in
off,
here and-
official off day.
We could sit in here and play around doing live stream stuff people could ask. So, I'm holding it. Now I'm dropping it. But I can pick stuff up, which is kind of cool. Shelf, what else should we talk about?
Can you open up books using that hand?
I
Turn
don't
pages?
know.
You may want some kind. Well, no, the silicone should be grippy enough to turn individual pages.
Oh yeah, I've got to actually
Oh,
scan
here,
these.
plug the book.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Plug the book.
Yeah.
Are your fingers clean?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're clean.
You sure?
Yeah. So this book is from Tiana, the lady who's here with us. She was born with congenital limb difference, and she made this book called I Can Be Anything, which is a coloring book for kids who have limb differences to teach them that they can do whatever they want to do. So it's kind of a cool thing, and she actually has an Amazon link for it. I'll have to find an Amazon link and put it on the video to show people. But it's called I Can Be Anything, and it's by Tiana Farrell. She's sitting in the room right next door. We're gonna do kind of a roundtable chat tomorrow or the next day and talk about stuff. You can hear her laughing right now.
Yeah, they're having a good time over there.
They're having a good time over there. Can I open a page?
Can you open a single page?
Trying. It needs a fingernail. Is that a single
Well,
page?
it is grippy.
Oh,
though,
that
so
is the front. That's the cover.
Mhm.
Okay.
Cover's the easy one though. Go for the next one.
Okay.
Here, I'll hold it open.
You probably need to put your finger on it and do it with the thumb.
I agree. Let's try it. Let's think about it a different way. So instead of actively moving the index, let's create a stationary index position and then actively move your thumb against that to pinch.
Nope.
So if you get, maybe kind of, if you get that index right underneath here, and then pinch on it with the thumb.
Like that.
Yeah, and then just kind of maybe slide the page with your left hand. Maybe give yourself a little margin. Mhm. Yeah.
There, I can be a psychologist. I can be an Olympic swimmer. Let's see what else I can be. I can be a teacher. I can be a mail carrier. I can be a smart aleck. I can be a veterinarian.
Didn't say that. It didn't say that.
No, it didn't say that. Oh, you got me locked in. Okay, you had me locked in. All right. Well, I think that's, wow, 43-minute video. I'll post this just without editing, and maybe tomorrow we'll see about doing a live stream so people can ask questions. Do that. That would be kind of cool. Is that cool with you?
I'll be around. I know you will be, but certainly on Thursday. You might want to save that for Thursday when you get your final device. And then you get to show that off with live questions. But regardless.
Maybe we'll do two. We'll see. We'll see. Because we got to do something to fill the day tomorrow. All right. Well, my hand is starting to hurt. I've been,
Fair enough. You have not cheated yourself yet again. You've
so
earned that
the
break.
way I get it off is
Is it closed?
I make sure it's closed. I push it until it's supposed to be.
Short flash? Yeah, push until the short flash.
Didn't get any flash.
Okay.
No, I'm not pushing hard enough with my pinky.
Yeah. Thank you. Yep.
Camera can't see it.
No.
Sure. Blocking it.
Unzip it.
Well done.
Now, if you could just feel how sweaty my palm is.
You did put
Nice.
it in there wet though.
I did. And it doesn't stink. It smells because it's got
The
the hand
sanitizer.
sanitizer. So apparently that's to help lubricate it, but also I guess it kills the germs and then keeps it from stinking. So there's where all the electrodes fit on the inside. I don't know if you can see them. Those are what pick up, those little buttons are what pick up the electrical impulses. So it's kind of cool. Essentially, it's a robotic hand made with like a Raspberry Pi, a high-tech Raspberry Pi. I'm Noam Jim. You need to like this video and share it, and subscribe to the channel, and spam all your friends with links to the channel, and hit that bell for notifications. And we will see you next time. Tune in to the live tomorrow and on Thursday.